we never want to get to the point too when we are getting a lot of information that we never take action.
Did I learn from it? Of course I did. But was it my passion? Absolutely not. Even if I've been to a place like 5 to 10 times, I don't trust my mind.
As you learn yourself, you're gonna know what's for you.
I think that's the most important thing, to be able to know, what your superpower is and how to use it.
Say, nope, this is for me. Nope, this is not for me. You're able to stay motivated because you see progress.
The main thing is not to give up.
Yes. Success comes when there's the most resistance. So don't make excuses.
Make adjustments.
Make adjustments.
Let's chill. Hey, Chaplin chillers, you ready to chill?
Yes.
Because I'm ready, y'all. It's another Friday, and we're here with another great episode where we are learning together. Self-development, that's what we're all about. But the question is, what's this whole hype about personal development?
Yes.
I mean, everywhere you go, you hear self-development this, read a book here, watch an episode here.
Take your course.
Like, join a mastermind.
Join a mastermind.
Listen to audiobooks.
Yes.
Like, okay, information overload now.
Yes,
but what's the hype? Is it really all that important? We're going to get into a few of those things and find out if it's really worth your time and effort.
Yes.
Like, is it that serious? I think it is.
Yes.
Hold
on. Another thing, you just said something too about the information overload. Because one thing about, information overload, we never want to get to the point too when we are getting a lot of information that we never take action.
We don't want to be hearers and not doers.
Doers, yes. So, it's
so you got to minimize.
You got to minimize, you got to balance it out, because a lot of times, from my C people, talking about this assessment, from my C people that overanalyze, too much information is not good. So you gotta know when to shut it off so that you can again go to work.
So we'll talk about the benefits of self-development or personal development.
Or self-improvement.
Because we believe that it's a good thing, right? Yes, there's a lot of information out there, lots of things to get engaged in, and there's a lot of things to show up to, but we also have to do the work and introspection as well of which direction to go. Because in order for us to get to our set goals, we gotta have direction of some sort, right? So the first thing will be, you have to get to know yourself better, because otherwise you wouldn't know which direction to go, right? And because there's just so many directions. We see so many successful people, we see so many people prospering, and we think, why not us? Why not me? Why not now? Well, maybe because you're not ready for that role, or maybe you took a wrong route. I always say to the children that I took a wrong route in terms of academics. I really never wanted to be a housing inspector. I don't even see why I did it, Did I learn from it? Of course I did. But was it my passion? Absolutely not, And that made my journey much longer, because I started off wrong. Now I'm following my passions. I'm a little bit behind. But guess what? Because I am learning to hone my skills and my expertise and my passion, I will eventually get there. But the key to get there is through personal development.
Yes.
Knowing who you are.
Yes. And because it's very important to begin to discover yourself. Self-awareness. Begin to learn your strengths, your weakness, so that, because a lot of times we go to school and we do things because maybe, like we always say, because maybe our mother or our father,
our environment pushed us towards that direction.
Yeah, or a lot of times we jump into things because we don't know ourselves as well, or our strengths. And so this is...
And we were not exposed to it.
Yes, or we're not exposed to it. So,
because in my time, I don't think I was never exposed to public speaking being a career that's lucrative. If I was exposed to that and I knew that I'm good at it, I probably would have followed that direction. But I wasn't exposed to it. I was told, go to school, get a career, get a good job, and that's what I ended up doing.
And another thing, even like with personal development, it's a good career too as well, because it's a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Course.
So with the courses,
that's why we have so many mentors and
coaches and trainings, courses, masterminds, all the different books, all the different person that it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. So it is a good career, but the thing is, by you knowing yourself, you basically you're able to pump the brakes of things that come your way. That's not for you.
Right. You're able to say no.
You're able to say no.
That's not for me.
And what is no?
Pass.
What is no?
It's a complete sentence.
I love to hear my wife say, what is no? What is no again?
A complete
sentence. So when you know yourself, okay, you won't be doing things that you're not good in. You won't be going into things that you're not strong in. So
you don't scatter your brain.
You don't scatter your brain. So even with me, I did a lot of sales.
Scatter brain.
I did a lot of sales positions or sell businesses that and every time now I'm like, you know what? I know this is not for me. But why I was doing it? I was doing it because I seen it. I was like, oh man, maybe
other people succeed.
Yeah, maybe I can do it too. But you know what? I can't do it. And the problem is this one of the big problems too. When we don't know ourselves, we start chasing what other people can do, not realizing that's their skills.
Yeah,
that's what they're good. And so you gotta find yourself, because you are good at something as well. And so
everybody has something that God has gifted them.
Exactly.
It's just a matter of finding that thing,
harness,
and running with it. And it goes to a second point where it talks about direction, the GPS. Because once you're self-aware of who you are, now you know which direction to go. Right? It's like even your intuition tells you, okay, you're going the right direction.
Yeah.
You might not see the money yet, but if there's fulfillment in what you're doing, you will eventually get the money.
Yeah, because you know you're in the right direction. It's your GPS. Like right now, I know where I'm going. And so if something come my way, because I know me, you can't come with a network marketing company. You can't come with me with a sales position. You can't. Why? Because that's not for me.
Right.
That's not. I'm a coach. I'm a speaker. And I'm a trainer. This is who I am. So I'm gonna stay in my lane. I'm gonna. And this is why you want to have that self. I mean, I'm telling you, just begin to look yourself in the mirror. Just begin to discover yourself. And I love this because. We always talk about the Bible. I love the Bible because
you're a pastor.
Because when you begin to study the Bible and you begin to seek for wisdom, you're able to find yourself and seek it.
Right.
And so by me knowing who I am, when things that shiny objects come my way, they daggle that certain. I'm like, no, that's not for me. So and I'm made to stay in my lane. Why? Because I know myself. I have a GPS. My clock tell me, okay, I'm in the right direction. And that's one I could say. This is one of my superpowers as well. I have a good sense of direction.
Yes, yes, he does. And I don't. I need a GPS for everything, for everywhere. Even if I've been to a place like 5 to 10 times, I don't trust my mind. I still put a GPS coming home every day. Every day. Yeah, I'm that bad.
So even and so that's my superpower, because I have a good sense of direction.
And my superpower is being a woman.
Being a what?
A woman. Like I need some clapping. He said his superpower is a GPS. My superpower is being a woman.
But and I noticed my superpower when I was 6 years old. When we was coming from down south, my family, my father got lost, and I got his back. But and then all these times, as growing up, every time I turn around, anytime somebody need to be somewhere, they call the GPS. This was just before the GPS. I was the GPS. So anytime we went
you could have created the GPS. You missed out on an opportunity.
But
we'd be billionaires now. I don't need to work. You missed out on an opportunity.
But I was the GPS. But the thing is, when I was younger, by learning myself, I never knew, like, okay, you know what? I knew my gift was. I knew my superpower, but I never understand how can I profit or how can I benefit with my from it. But I knew I have a good sense of direction. I knew, okay, where to turn, where to go. You know, I can tell if I'm in the right direction, if I'm going in the wrong way. I notice these things quickly, so I'm able to pivot a lot faster because why? My GPS tell me, okay, you know what? This is not for you.
Right.
This is for you. But I never, as I was learning, I never knew how can I benefit from it. And so now, by discovering myself and learning more through personal development and coaching, training courses, now I'm like, okay, now I know how to use my superpower.
Right.
It's in coaching.
And I think that's the most important thing, to be able to know, you know, what your superpower is and how to use it. Because they say, if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life.
Yes,
and that's so true, because when you're enjoying what you're doing, it doesn't feel like work.
Yes, it don't feel like work.
And it's even better when it comes with a paycheck.
Yes, yes. And they also say, in another quote is too, you know, work, it looks like overalls. It's dressed in overalls. Yeah. So a lot of times, you know,
comes dressed in sandpaper.
Yeah, so a lot of times you can't see your superpower sometimes because it's covered in sandpaper, or looks like it looks like work, and you can't really see it. But that's why you want to discover. You want to have this self-discovery through personal development and coaching and training, so that you're able to pinpoint. I said pinpoint. Be able to pinpoint what you're good at. And another thing, I also promote the DISC assessment as well. Taking the DISC assessment as well.
Yeah. If you want to take the DISC assessment, Coach LJ here will hook you up. Just inbox us.
Yes.
And I think what you just said, pinpoint, it takes us to our next point, where when you've pinpointed where you want to go, what you want, now you'll be able to be effective and efficient in everything that you do.
Yes, focus.
Because now you've got a laser focused mind, and you know exactly which direction you're going and what you want to achieve from that.
Yes.
That's important.
Yes.
You know, and I always tell people, write your goals down, make that vision, write that vision down, make it plain. Give God deadlines, give God timelines, give yourself timelines. Because if you don't, then you'll just wonder. Like we always say, smart goals. Which are measurable.
Yes, and even like one of our themes in the community is Forward Focus Friday. You know, because you need that forward focus so that you're able to know where you want to go.
Right.
You know, when you're able to be forward focused, no one can dang it, like, you know, because we see a lot of different events. Somebody always offer another event. Somebody always offer another course. Somebody always offer.
There's so much.
And I mean, they bombard you with all the different offerings. And if you're not careful, you feel like, oh, that will work, and this will work. And this is why, you know, you get upset when things don't work.
Yeah.
Why? Because you don't know yourself. You just feel like, oh, they done it. It worked for them. It's gonna work for me. No, it's not. It might not work for you. Why? Because you're not them. Yeah. And the thing is, this is another thing I learned, and this is why when we come out with the interviewing, the podcast, when we start interviewing guests, one of the things I want to interview people that's going through right then and there. You know, that's having some wins and that season, and that moment, and that year, or within a few years. Why, or has some losses? Why? Because we can learn from it. Because you know, a lot of times, what worked for them 10, 20 years ago, we talking about millionaires that worked for them, maybe they did it 10 years ago, 20 years ago. 10 years and 20 years ago is different from today.
Right.
What worked 10 years ago or 20 years ago ain't going to work today.
Absolutely.
Because back then we didn't have technology that we have today. Yeah. We didn't have social media. We didn't have all these things that we have today that they didn't have. All these tools that we have today that they didn't have. You can actually
become a millionaire faster nowadays than you did before.
Yeah. And when you know yourself as well.
Right.
When you know where to go.
But then I also want to say, you know, some people, they'll say, but how would I know that I know myself? Just take yourself in a journey of self-discovery.
Yes.
Try different things, you know, until you find the one that you enjoy and love.
Yes.
Because some people really don't know which direction to go. So I'll just say, try different things until you eventually say, okay, this I love. This is it.
Yeah. So, you want to have focus wherever you want to go in life. And this is why we big on smart goals. Because you need that to be in fiction, to be affected with your life. You have to be focused.
Absolutely.
And the only way we can be focused if we know ourselves well. If we have that GPS
and it's
system.
a journey of self-discovery. I mean, we are not experts.
No.
We're still on self-discovery mode as well. As much as we kind of know and feel that we're moving in the right direction.
I don't think we are in self-discovery mode. Like, as I can say for myself, I don't think I'm in, because I know who I am. I know I'm in the right direction. I know where I'm going. So you can't dazzle me with any shining objects, and I'm not gonna buy for it. So I can say I know where I'm going. I know where maybe.
But there's always room for improvement.
Yes, always. We never want to be content.
Right.
We never want to be content. We never want to be feel like we arrived.
Right.
But saying that I know myself well enough where you can dazzle the shiny object in front of me, and I'm gonna dangle. Yes, thank you, baby. Dangle the shiny object in front of me, and I'm gonna bite at it. Right. That's how much I know. But maybe we don't have all the wins yet.
Yeah.
But I do know myself. I know I'm going in the right direction. If I keep going and I stay consistent. Stay focused, because you got to do it long enough. You got to be consistent long enough. 10,000 hours. If you put in that 10,000 hours long, and that's the problem too. When we not focused and we don't know ourselves, because you gotta remember, to have success, you gotta put in enough time in, enough work in. You got enough effort, enough energy, sweat equity, and so and that 10,000 hours. So if you come here and then next year you're doing something different, then the next year you're not putting that time and that work.
Unless you're
effort.
still in self-discovery mode.
Yeah, unless you're in discovery.
Because you don't want to hang on to something that's really killing your energy and killing your mojo, just because you're trying to get 10,000 steps.
Yeah.
Because of course consistency of anything, even if you don't like it, you'll end up
not hitting.
You'll end up hitting it.
Yeah.
Because you've put in the time.
Yes.
But there's no point in putting in that time when you're not enjoying it.
Yes.
You gotta love it. You gotta enjoy, so that it's not hard to do it on a daily basis.
I agree. Yeah. And now, one thing you did say that I like too about the consent and discovery, I would say too, while you in that self-discovery mode, while you in it, don't do nothing. You in that moment just to learn. You're in that moment to learn who you are.
Right.
So don't in that season of self-discovery, don't try nothing.
Okay.
So
how will you know then that this works if you're not trying anything?
No, what I mean is
don't try different things.
Different things.
Just stick to one. Then
just
if it
learn.
Doesn't work, you move on to another.
No, just learn yourself. Learn your strength. Because you gotta remember, while you're learning yourself, that thing that because when you know yourself well enough, you got that. You remember that GPS. That when you know yourself, you're gonna see opportunities. As you learn yourself, you're gonna know what's for you. I mean, it's the light bulb gonna come on. And when that opportunity do come your way, you're gonna you know what, that's for me. That's it right there.
On that note, I want to say this podcast was sponsored by
Next Opportunity Window. Yes, I'm glad. Yo, this is a dope community. We really learning inside this community. I mean, the people inside the community is engaging, they're connecting, they're learning, and this is what it's about. Everyone coming, sharing their ideas, everyone getting support, everyone learning. We're able to go through the different themes, with the 30 things, like we just mentioned, Forward Focus Friday, where there's content that you can read, and then you can engage inside that content and put your thoughts inside so that we can learn from you. We have weekly lunch and learn. We have monthly webinars and quarterly masterminds. So there's a lot of different ways that we can come and engage and learn from. And so, by joining the community, guess what? It's 2 options. But before you plunge and within the 2 options, we do give you a 14 trial offer so that you can try it out, test it, so that you can see if it's a fit for you. Because like I said, we want to make sure that it's a fit for you. Because if it don't work, oh well, it's not for you. But if it does, we say stay. We want you to be a part of the family. We want you to come and learn with us and engage with us. But we understand it's not for everyone. And that's why we give you that 14 trial offer. Because we realize it's not for everyone.
14-day trial offer.
Yes. Yeah, 14-day trial offer.
14 days.
We know it's not for everybody, but for those individuals that is for, you're gonna learn a lot. You're gonna know yourself. You're gonna.
It's gonna help you to.
It's gonna help you to
GPS.
Yes, it's gonna help. It's gonna bring. It's gonna. That light bulb gonna come alive. And so, and once you get to that 14 days, we got 2 offers that you can take advantage of: the monthly subscription and the yearly subscription. Where if you take advantage of the yearly subscription, it's a bigger discount, where you're able to save a lot more money with the yearly subscription. So we say, join the community, be a part of us. If you want to learn, you want to improve your ability, your leadership skills, we say take advantage of the community and connect with us. Because like if you hire me as a one-on-one coach, you will spend a lot more money. But guess what? I made it where it's more reasonable to be a part of the community. And not only you connected with me, you're able to connect with everyone inside the community. Yeah, so we just think we say come, and so now we will get back into.
So we'll see you on the other side. Make sure that you check for the link on the description box.
Yes.
All right. Now, as we move on to number 4, another point because we didn't number them, motivation to keep going.
Yes.
So when we say when you're self-aware, and we said
you have a GPS.
You now have a GPS. You know the direction you're going to, and you've now laser focused.
Laser focused.
The next thing is what will keep you motivated to keep going, right? Just elaborate on that.
What will keep you motivated to keep going is by knowing you are going in the right direction. It's knowing that you're in the right field, right industry, right business. You're like, okay, this is for me. Yeah. So you're like, you know what? Because, and even though you don't see results at the moment, because remember when you're starting something fresh, you're starting something new, to get to them 10,000 hours, you're not gonna see success right away.
Right.
It's not gonna. Nothing happen. We always quote, Rome wasn't built in a day. Rome wasn't built in a day. Yeah. So, but what's going to keep you motivated to keep going, is by knowing that you're in the right direction. Right. That you have that laser focus, like,
And you'll see the signs when you're moving in the right direction.
You'll see progress.
Right. Things will just start happening. And because remember, you're also affirming what you're doing, right? So God will start opening up those doors that you have not even knocked on.
Yes.
Things will just start to unravel themselves, and one opportunity will lead to another, until you really flourish and become who God had meant you to become.
Yeah. So definitely, because you gotta be motivated, and so when you know where you're going, you're able, like me for myself, because I'm like, I'm in my lane, and I know, and I get. I'm in like my zone when I'm.
Go boy.
I'm in my zone. Now I'm like, because I know where I'm going. I'm able to keep going. I'm ready for the next episode. I'm ready for the next training. I'm ready for the next. Why? Because I'm like. Yeah, this is it. I'm like, I keep going. Like, let's go. Like, you want to get in that position. Like, let's go. Let's. When the next one's gonna happen? When the next episode? When the next training? When the next person's gonna come? You ready? And this why when you know when you in that zone, when you feeling it, when you find yourself and you find your niche and you know your uniqueness, man, you're like, come on, let's go. Like, bring it.
Bring it on.
Bring it on. So even when basic passion. You know, this is something that you'll do like for free if you're because you'll keep going. You're motivated to keep going, even though you ain't seeing.
But the beautiful thing is that it does come with a paycheck.
Yes.
What you're doing, maybe not initially, but eventually it does bring in a paycheck. So who wouldn't want to do something that they enjoy?
Yes.
While getting paid for
While getting paid for it. So yeah, but it gives you when you know where you going. When you found yourself, you found your uniqueness, your superpower. You have laser focus. You in the right you're going in the right direction because you got your GPS system saying, nope, this is for me. Nope, this is not for me. You're able to stay motivated because you know you see progress.
Yeah, but I just want to remind you, chillers, that as you see progress, we are living in a world, right?
Yes.
There will be ups and downs,
yes. Disappointments, setbacks,
and you know the main thing is not to give up.
Yes, never give up. Never give up on yourself. Never give up on your dreams, on your goals, whatever comes your way. Because sometimes things gonna come at you that is you can't control.
No, that's why we say, you know, you got to have real resistance.
Yes.
Resilience.
That fighter mentality.
Right.
That dog. That you know we talk about. You know you gotta have that dog, that lion mentality. Like you know whatever come my way, I'm gonna.
Because you're hungry. In the voice of Les Brown.
You gotta have that fighting mentality. Regardless what come my way, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep pursuing. Why? Because
there might be detours along the way.
Yeah, it's always going to be detours. Even when you're driving. And this is a good thing about the GPS. Even when you have that, there's going to be detours.
It's a reroute.
Yeah, but guess what? You might have to make some turns. Or you might have to transition. You might have to pivot.
It might take you a little bit longer than anticipated.
Yes, it might take you a little longer.
Because now you've detoured.
Yeah. But when you detour, because you laser focus, because you know yourself, you know what you called to do, you know where you at. Guess what? When you detour, you're able to find your way right back where you're supposed to be. And guess what? That GPS is going to bring you right back to the route where you're supposed to be. So you might have to detour, you might have to go around it, but guess what? You're gonna get right back on the same road eventually. So and that's the thing that when you know yourself, you have that sense of direction, you have your GPS, you know, so that when you have the detour and you have to reroute yourself, it's still gonna bring you right back to the road that you need to be on.
Absolutely.
So even with and the thing is too, you know, so because sometimes, you know, even with the GPS, because sometimes you know you might have to reroute yourself more than once. It might be multiple. You know, you never been on the roads. Every time you turn around, it's a roadblock here, it's a roadblock here, it's construction here, accident here. Traffic. So that's life. You got construction here. You got accident.
Great metaphors for life.
Yeah.
Life is like that.
You got accident here. So you might have to do multiple detours. But guess what? When you know yourself because of self-discovery, self-awareness, because of that GPS, and because of that laser focus, when you have to reroute yourself again, guess what? You never lost.
Absolutely.
You never lost.
You'll ultimately get to where you're supposed to be.
Yes, you always, and that's one thing.
But the main thing I just want to emphasize is just
keep going. Don't give up. Have that fighter dog mentality.
And I'm talking because I needed to hear this myself.
Yes.
I'm talking to myself because I'm at that point right now where I feel like the world is really weighing on me. I'm trying. I know where I'm going. I'm laser focused, but it's just so much overwhelmed.
Yes.
But one thing I have in mind is that I'm not giving up. Giving up is not an option.
It's not an option.
Not even. No, because success is around the corner. Success has to happen.
And here's the thing too. Success comes when there's the most resistance. That lets you know you at the door of success.
Yeah.
It's just like the guy that was digging for diamonds.
Yeah.
It's just like the guy
digging for gold.
Digging for gold, diamonds, golds. You want it, whatever you want to put there, gold, diamond. But you digging, you know, and right at the most resistance.
In Zulu, you know what we say? We say,
Kanye.
Which means it gets dark before you see the light.
It gets dark before you see the light. But even like the scripture we always quote, weeping may endure for a night, but joy coming in the morning. So at the most resistance, if you have a lot of resistance right now, guess what? That means you're on the breaking point of breakthrough. You're right at the door of breakthrough. And this is the time that you got to go hard. This is the time you got to be more laser focused. This is the time you got to really depend on your GPS. Your GPS is your self-discovery. Your GPS is your willpower. Your GPS is what? This one you got to really depend on your GPS. You knowing yourself and you being laser focused, because now you got to go harder, because you right at the road. Because if you give up right now, right at this point,
you might just lose it all.
You might lose it all. And guess what happened? They always say you got to start all over. If you give up, you got to start all over. You walk away.
And starting all over may be harder than the first time.
Yes, it's always harder the first time. So like the scripture said, I'm sorry, I know I'm quoting scripture.
You don't have to be sorry.
I know, but I'm quoting. But just like the scripture, when Jesus talking about, when the demon came out of the individual and it was an empty space, if that person didn't get filled, what's gonna happen? That demon gonna come back with 7 more spirits. And just like life, if you give up and you try, and because you try to do it again, it's gonna be a lot harder to get to it. Yeah, the next time around. So yeah, we said don't give up.
Yeah.
When things it seems so hard right now, we said don't give up. You keep fighting. You find a way.
Fight for those dreams.
Fight for it. You find another way. You pivot if you have to.
Yeah.
Don't make excuses.
Make adjustments.
Make adjustments. Yes. Yeah. Don't make excuses. You make adjustments. And during this time, you make adjustments.
We gotta win. We have to win.
Yes. No, not if we have to. We will. We're gonna win. We are winning. We speaking now. What we talking about? We are winning. Yes. It's not. It's we will or we have to.
And it's so important to actually celebrate, like you were preaching today. Every milestone, every little achievement.
Yes.
You gotta pat yourself in the back, because it takes a lot.
It takes a lot.
There's just so much happening out there. So one little win, no matter how small it is.
Yeah.
Just reward yourself somehow.
Yeah, because even inside South Africa, we could say, oh man, they always doing something. You got load shedding now, you get 6 hours without lights and all that kind of stuff. You can always you go say, man, they doing all this kind of stuff. What I'm gonna do now? What I'm gonna do now? You know what? You find another way, but you don't give up.
You don't give up. So lastly, we want to say, once you've done all of the above, you want to surround yourself with the right people. You want to form real solid relationships that will help you to get to your destination faster, more efficient, more effectively. And, and it just helps with your mindset when you hang around people who are going where you're going.
And here's the thing too. I like this last point. Because when you have a sense of direction, when you know yourself, then guess what?
You attract those
people.
You
attract the same people. You won't waste time with people that's not going in the direction you go.
See, I can read your mind.
Huh?
How did I know you wanted to say that? It's not in the notes, but yeah, I knew it.
You won't waste time with people who's not going in your direction.
Right. Energy drainers as well.
Because a lot of times people will put their problems on you. And you don't have time for that, especially you want to move away from negative drainers.
Right.
And so when you laser focus, you have no time to be dealing with negative people or people that's not going in the same direction. Even family members.
Especially family members.
Especially family members.
Because friends, it's easy to drop them.
Yes, friends is easy.
But family, it's not the easiest. But you got to learn to cut your losses with some of them, or just love them from
afar.
Yeah.
So but when you know yourself, you know who's gonna be more. You know the type of relationship that's gonna be more fulfilling to you, as well as you too, more fulfilling.
It's a two-way thing.
Yeah, with
you'll
them.
be fulfilling to them too.
Yeah,
you bring in some sort of value. Gone are the days where you're just having friends for friends. There must be value.
It must be
added benefits. To that.
Yes, gotta be added. Right.
They call it VATs, VAT, value added tax.
Yeah, value added tax. Yeah. Yeah, what kind of value we able to achieve by being friends? Because being friends with you, I'm tired. We just can't be friends just to be friends no more. We gotta both be doing something. We both gotta be achieving something.
Or even if it's as small as just encouraging each other.
Yes, something, whatever.
Because you are both still trying to get to where you're trying to get, but don't hang around people who are always complaining and not seeing the light or anything, but you want to be at least be around people who see the light, who see that one day you'll break through, you'll make it.
Yes, because even like friends, you might not be doing the same thing, but you still trying, you still laser focus to achieve a specific goal.
Yeah.
So we there to encourage one another. Like even inside the community, we are there. You might be doing your thing, I'm doing my thing, but guess what? We laser focus. We are there to support one another. We are there to share ideas. Maybe you come up with some type of obstacle or challenge, then I could probably give you maybe some ideas, maybe can help you along the way, or encourage you to point you in the right direction, or whatever. So maybe I don't have the answer, but I can point you in the direction where you're gonna get the answer from. And these are the kind of friends, the relationship you want to keep and have around, so that if you getting bucked up against a challenge, that relationship that you have can point you in the right direction. They might not have the answer, because that might be
not
moving.
Their expertise.
Yeah, you might be moving in separate directions, but they can point you in the right direction. And so when you know yourself, you actually begin to know the kind of relationship to be around.
You attract them too.
Yeah,
I believe very much in
that saying is so true. You are the average of the 5 people you're hanging around. It is so true.
And we've said it so many times in this podcast.
Yeah, so many times.
Because it's so true.
It is so true. You are the average of the 5 people you hang around. When you know yourself, you know the kind of relationship to be around.
You can be better. You can.
You know what kind of community you want to be a part of. You won't be, because there's a lot of communities as well. Plenty. But when you know yourself, you're like, you know what? I want to be a part of that group, because we flow. There's a flow, and you want to find that rhythm.
And I love the feedback
you want to find that rhythm.
Mastermind this weekend.
Yeah, this weekend
on how they're just benefiting from it, and how they see the improvement in their lives.
Yeah.
And how it's just such
the
a
receipt.
beautiful,
That's what I love. The receipt.
Safe space as well.
Yeah, safe space.
Where people can just come and offload, because they've been offloaded too. Now it's their chance to offload. Because you do need a platform where you can offload. You do need people where that you can offload without judgment.
Yes, without judgment. And that's what it's all about. But when you know yourself, you know who to be around, you'll start attracting those kind of people that's going in the same maybe not same industry, but y'all both share the same values.
Yes.
Y'all both share the same beliefs. Y'all both share the same not really believe, because maybe it could be a Christian and a Muslim person, but y'all share the same values.
Right.
The same same dreams, aspirations, ambitions. Y'all both share the same ambitions, even though y'all in separate industry.
Right.
So when you know yourself, you know you attract the right kind of people your way. Yeah.
So on that note, we want to say, if you have not subscribed to this channel, I beg you, please do subscribe, all right? And if you make sure that you also press the notification bell, so that whenever we upload a video, you get notified. But not just that, please do share the videos as well. Your friends, your family, and your strangers, even enemies. Why not? Just go, pow, here's the Chilling with the Chaplins.
Yes.
And also, we'd love to be your friends on social media. So if you could follow us collectively on Chilling with the Chaplins, or you can follow me personally on Instagram at Lady Siza 1.
Yes, you can follow me at Get Inspired by LJ. And so if you did like this episode, we say you want to listen to this episode that we point at right on top. You want to listen to this episode, the next episode, so that we can help you on your journey, so that you can win in life, so that you can have success, because 2023
is our year.
We want to have laser focus. We want to make sure we going in the right direction. And so we want to say, listen to this next video.
And listen, the bottom is too crowded. Let's go to the top.
Let's go to the top. Yes. What you think? Let's go to the top. Are we going to the top? We're going to the top.
We are at the top.
We are at the top. Yes. We're going to, yes. So we want to bring you with us, and that's why we encourage you each and every week, so that you can win and you can have success. And that's why we encourage you to be a part of the community and to listen to all the audio, the podcast episodes, so that you can be a better person.
Yeah. So of course, if you're busy driving or doing your chores, you could definitely tune in on our audio platforms. We are available on all podcast channels. And on that note, we want to say thank you for tuning in.
See you on the next
video.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.